I really hate the sound of my own voice. This sounds really cringy in my head. So, reflections on rollerblading is a complicated thing to think about and talk about, but it's probably something that I think about a lot, which I'm not sure is good or bad or normal. Maybe it's normal, maybe other people of my age or generation are the same, but I'm kind of feel a bit isolated from these people in my life, so I don't know how normal this is. I suppose I want to do this or speak about this because it's kind of just going around in my head all the time, and I'm probably just worried that it's not a healthy thing. So probably I'll start by talking about who I am. So I'm 41 years old. Started blading must be about 94. It was like the last year of primary school before secondary school when I got some recreational blades. So been doing that from 94, maybe aggressive blading from 96 until now. So a large chunk of my life. It's a long time. It's a long time to be doing something. And probably now at 41, I'm just kind of in an inner struggle, really, with myself on whether I should be doing this still, whether I can do this, am I physically capable, am I mentally capable, do I enjoy it? All of these questions I really don't know the answer to, and I wish I could just say that I enjoy it still. Do I enjoy it? I guess I'm just second guess myself all the time. I wish I could just put the blades on and just skate. I don't know, last 5 years maybe I feel like I can't do that. I feel kind of like I shouldn't be doing it. Probably based on a society, cultural thing maybe. Maybe I shouldn't be putting these wheels on my feet and rolling around at this age. Although, on the flip side, I kind of think, well, people older than me run around a field kicking a piece of leather around, screaming and shouting at each other, and that's fine. I mean, is that weirder than having wheels on the feet? I don't know. But it's so accepted. So this is going to be a bit of a ramble, but maybe it's good. Maybe this will be useful to someone. So that's my background. So for the past week, I've been on annual leave from my job. I'm a student nursing associate, which is kind of like a trainee nurse. It just can be quite intense at the moment, lots of study, exams, tricky patients at work, so stressful. And then I guess I had this annual leave week off coming up, and the whole plan was, okay, I think while I've been at work, it's kind of been stressful, and I've just been thinking, I just would love this release, I just love to go blading, just to not think about all this stuff. And the plan was, I had this week off coming, the plan was to just blade, have fun. But when it came to it, like I found myself kind of in the build-up, I was very kind of excited and watching Blade Media. It was all good, and it comes to like maybe the night before, or maybe not, maybe like the morning, and you just think like, oh my God, I don't want to do this. Like, and then you start to think, I need to get myself in the mood to do this. I suppose like when you're younger, you can just turn it on and off when you like, but at this age I find it kind of tricky to really get hyped up on the day. But beforehand I'm so like hyped to skate, it's really weird. So this week it's been like a few occasions I've been ready to skate, and it's come to it and I've just not. And then I get home and then you feel like, oh, I need to quit. And like, maybe this week's been such a concentrated period of quitting blading and starting again. I must have done it about 5 times in 1 week. But it kind of represents like how things have been for the last 5 years, maybe. And maybe like this year, it's been like, I've just been so on and off. There's been times when I've been all in my head at least, and then there's just been times when I just wanted to like delete everything blading in my life. And I've done that like so many times, like on and off, like deactivate Instagram, reactivate Instagram, like unsubscribe from something blade related, subscribe. Like I got some blades off eBay. I bought some like instantly, then I bought them, and then I was like, oh no, I need to cancel, and I didn't cancel. Then they came and I just didn't open them. I was like, no, I'm not interested. And then I'm like, yeah, I am interested. And then I'm going to blade, then I don't, and then I put them on eBay to sell, and now I'm just about to take them off. Like, that's not normal, is it? Maybe. That's just like, I'm just really struggling with all this. Should I do it? Should I not do it? Kind of thing. And it's like, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm not at work this week, but I've just had so much, been thinking about it so much, and like, it's really stressful. It's like, there's just so many factors. Like, it's even as simple as I might just watch like a clip online of someone blading, and I think like, wow, they're so like into it. Like, I can never be at that like psychological level of blading, so maybe I just shouldn't do it. It's so simple. Like, I just see someone maybe just grind a ledge or something, and I'm like, damn, I shouldn't be doing this. Like, they are living it. They probably go home, they probably just like, they live this lifestyle. And I kind of feel like if I can't be 100% all in, which I did used to be, I kind of think, oh, I can't do it, or I shouldn't do it, or I don't want to do it. I think before I started my current job, I was kind of like, I was all in. It was like my focus, but now, I don't know, it's not the same. And when I look at other people of my same age, I kind of think like, you don't have this thing going on. Like, you're just like a normal person who probably leads a fairly normal life without this like strange obsession thing that I have. Maybe other people have it, but I can only speak for myself. Like, it affects me in so many ways. Like, even down to like clothing. Sometimes I just see like a random person and think like, do they think about like their trousers, how their trousers look on their shoes, and all this kind of strange stuff? And I'm always thinking about weird stuff like that. And it's like it takes up so much headspace. And that's not normal. And then like back to the internal battle, I kind of think, oh, maybe I should dress like I don't blade and just be like free of it. So it's like so I've got this clothes basket at home, and like I just alternate. Like I look at my wardrobe and I'm like, okay, let's get rid of like the Dickies and the 501s and like the skate kind of style clothing. I like chuck them in this basket and then just wear like, or just keep the clothes that looks kind of like what like the random person on the street would wear. And then I wear it for a bit and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm not a blader. And then like I end up swapping it over again. I chuck all my other clothes in the bus, take all my skate clothing out. And I must have done that about 3 times this week. And that's not right. Oh, maybe it is. Maybe you can relate to that. But I'm just like constantly, I think like being at work as well, like I just see other people my age and I just think like, they're just living their life. And I don't know, maybe I yearn for that. It sounds so like overly dramatic, but like you do something for so long and it takes up so much of your headspace. When you start to get away from that, it's tricky. And maybe like other sports people, not that I'm a sports person, never really regarded it as a sport, but I guess maybe like a tennis player, they get to retirement age, they have to stop. But I suppose something like tennis, it's very like socially accepted and you can still maybe be a part of it, but for rollerblading or inline skating, it's so niche. And I think, like, I just read something online the other day, not that these people are important, just someone was talking about, oh, it's like so cringy when I see like an old skateboarder or something, or there's nothing cringier than like at a park seeing an old skateboarder. And then like I think, oh my god, is that like, am I that person? I don't think that really represents me, but is that how I come across to other people? Obviously I shouldn't care about that stuff, but like, yeah, you kind of do. Yeah, so I think like one of the problems is probably not actually blading, it's probably just thinking about it. I'm going to try maybe the 4th attempt this week. I'm going to try tomorrow morning and really try and just like not overthink it. Just leave my house and put the blades on. Just go to this nice kind of quiet, it's just a big car park really, but there's a tiny skate park there. There's some small obstacles, but I'm going to try just to see if I can recreate some of that joy that I used to feel. It's hard when you don't live by your friends as well. It's completely different to when I was young and used to do this. Probably lots of people can relate to that. But I think for the sake of this reflective podcast, what I've really been thinking about recently is what happens when you stop doing something that you've done for your whole life. Like psychologically, where do you go? Like, the thoughts just don't stop. I wish they kind of could. But like, I've really, like I said, the last 5 years I have gone through points of like deleting social media, blading social media, and you do kind of like stop thinking about it a bit when you're not looking at it all day. I wasn't necessarily looking at it all day, but I suppose on and off. I think it goes away a little bit when you stop looking at that, but you can never stop like looking at spots. Or my thing is like, I find it hard to listen to music without imagining it to like a section, maybe my section, maybe in the back of my mind I kind of think, yeah, I've got like one more section in me, which is never going to happen, but like you hear a track and you think, oh yeah, that represents me or someone. So and that's like kind of strange. Like I should just be able to listen to music or new music and just enjoy it, but I can't help but like put it to a section. It's, I guess, because I've watched so many hours of like blading, I can't not do that. And I think that's my whole problem at the moment, is getting to the point where maybe I'm coming to the end of things, but like it's like what's left behind. Maybe I shouldn't even be thinking about the end of it. Maybe 41 is fine. I mean, I remember in my early 20s where everyone kind of stopped blading. Then I was kind of thinking like, am I too old? And then, yeah, then you get inspired by like people online you see older than you and they're doing really good. But then I kind of think, physically maybe I can do it. Like, I'm kind of a bit unfit, but a few sessions I think I'll be good. But it's not that. It's like, it's a psychological aspect of it. That's the hard bit. Like, it's probably not even the physical. It's, I suppose, as you get older, you reach a certain level, psychological level. You kind of look at the world in a different way, think of things in a different way, maybe more self-conscious, like street skating. Imagine like just, I don't know, being out there just grinding this ledge. People are like, what's he doing with his life? Like, I'm jumping onto something with some plastic wheelie shoes and sliding across. Like, that's so, like, why would you do that? Why would anyone do that? And you start thinking about, like, why am I doing that? Like, is there enjoyment there? Then I go back to the football thing, like, jumping on, sliding across. Is that weirder than kicking a piece of leather? It's not really. It's just a physical act that creates an emotional, physical reaction that feels good. Why overanalyze it? But I do overanalyze it. I think that's the issue. I'd like to not do that. I would love to just put the blades on. There's just like a ledge or something, just grind that thing, and just, that's it. But for me, like, I just analyze it. You know, why am I doing it? Should I be doing it? Maybe I just need to try and just be in the moment. Maybe that's a problem. I'd like to work on that. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe I'll try that. So there's some other things that's been on my mind as well, about some maybe unhealthy things mentally that I've been doing. By the way, I'm just kind of in the wilderness. Well, I'm not in the wilderness. I'm on like this little island near where I live. It kind of gets a bit bushy, so you might hear some bird song and some bush sounds. I'm going to come to like a thorny impasse here. I'm going to have to like just bust through this one sec. Sorry for the bush noise. There's loads of flies here as well. Holy crap. So, yeah, I'm just heading to this weird little... It's kind of a spot, actually. I came here a few years ago and I got some new blades, which I'll go on to talk about in a sec. It's kind of like where people in kayaks maybe come to get on, to embark, maybe. Oh, there's loads of geese there. They're staring me down. So, yeah, it's like a kind of concrete, kind of like flat bank that you can like go along the path up the flat bank and down. Then you can like fall into the river if you don't have the skills. So I'm just here. It's kind of cool. But it's quiet and maybe people won't see me talking to myself. I'll pretend I'm on the phone, it's fine. Probably, but who holds a phone like this? Unless you're on The Apprentice or something. Okay, fine. Yeah, I think I just wanted to talk a little bit about this thing I have where I just keep buying stuff and not using it and selling it, which is financially really horrendous. And I tend to do it like when I've got thinking time. I haven't done it for a bit, but like this week I've bought like a pair of skates and probably 2 pairs of pants, which are like almost instantly on eBay already. Although I'm going to take the skates off because I don't think I can get rid of them because they're like too nice. I'll be using those tomorrow. But yeah, it's like, I don't know if I'm like searching for like an ideal version of myself. Like in my head, I picture this like version of myself where I'm really happy with how I look and skate. But so I buy all this stuff to achieve that, but I never do. It's never like it is in my head. And then I'll put on said clothing item or said skates and then just take it off back in the cupboard on eBay. And these things are not cheap. I don't know if anyone else kind of experiences that as well. Maybe someone else is kind of feeling that like search for this sort of like version of themselves. But I want to try and I'd like to try and focus more not on how things maybe look and material items and just like more feeling. Like what I'd like to get back to is just like the feeling of blading and knowing that like buying this frame or these wheels or these pants or trousers or slacks is not going to change anything. It might make you, I don't know, it kind of feels good to buy stuff, but like I'd love to just get away from that, and I'm not sure how. So at the moment I seem to be stuck in a constant cycle of gear acquisition, clothing acquisition, and the internal struggle of should I be blading. And yeah, I'm just worried that this is just really unhealthy, like mentally. And I just don't know, like long term, could there be like potential problems in later life? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too into it, but like I know that there's more stuff to worry about in the world than this. And it has helped since I got since I've become a student, really, and that takes up a lot more headspace. And that feeds into it. It's like, maybe I should just I go through points of thinking I should just completely focus on becoming a nurse. You know, like, it's very important to me. And I think, that should just be it. That should be me. But then, like, I have tried that. But then it always comes back to, like, I'm not just like a one-dimensional, I'm just not like a trainee nurse. Like, there's stuff that I cannot, like, delete from myself. And that's what I've been doing. I've just been, like, deleting. Like, it's fine. I just won't blade. Get rid of the blades, get rid of the clothes, turn off social media, you know, like, I'll just be a nurse. But then you do it and it's fine, you go to work, you study, but then like in between there's got to be something else, I think. Or I found that like that, you know, it always just comes back. I'll be thinking, I'd just love to go blading now, that'd just be so fun. And yeah, like I said, you just can't really completely turn it off. And then you kind of feel guilty, I suppose. You kind of think, well, I'm 41. I should just be concentrating on this. And probably if you ask like my parents or something, they would be like, or my wider family, they would probably think, oh yeah, like, why are you blading? But yeah, it would be fine probably if it wasn't blading, if it was tennis or something, like, I don't know. So yeah, I wanted to do this podcast because this is all stuff I've been thinking about recently. And yeah, it's just good to kind of... I thought about writing it down, but then it starts to sound like really cringy. Even this sounds cringy, like this is so self-indulgent and horrible, and I'm not going to listen to this back. I listened to like a little bit of it back just a second ago when I stopped, and it was like so awful. So like, look at me, I'm doing a podcast, I'm talking about all this stuff. It's horrible. But I'm going to put it, I'll stick it on YouTube or something. Maybe someone will find some value. Hopefully I found some value from it. But I suppose like I want to do kind of like an action plan, because it's got to this point where, if it's got to the point where I'm speaking to myself on the bank of the Thames surrounded by geese about rollerblading, I think there's probably an issue here. So the geese are chilling. Okay, there's just a plane. We're quite near to Heathrow Airport, where I live, which is busy, so there's always planes. So action plan. I would like to try to not buy so much stuff, or really, yeah, I really want to just stop that whole thing. Like, I've got blades, they're fine. I'd love to just stick to that. Could be tricky. That would be ideal though. Definitely got enough clothes. And like my friends will know about the clothes thing, because like every now and then I'll suddenly just like message the WhatsApp group saying like, take all of my clothes, buy all of my clothes. There was this one time where like 2 of my friends came round and they just took like bin bags off me of just stuff, because I just wanted to get rid of it. That's how I am. Like, I'll just suddenly be like, oh, get rid of it, and then I'll like instantly regret it. So that they will know. They will know. I've done it recently as well, just over WhatsApp and stuff. But yeah, I think action plan is to just blade, bro. Like, just do it, because all of this talk is from someone who's not blading and just thinking about blading. I think if I did, I'd be better. Although there have been some times when I have been out and I've hated it so much, and I've just been like, oh my God, what am I doing with my life? But that's probably down to like, sometimes you're just not feeling it, you know, like, and then you force yourself. But, you know, I'm kind of feeling it now. Tomorrow morning, should be feeling it, hopefully. I'll try. So yeah, I'm rambling on, but I would like to just put the blades on and just roll around. No expectations, and that's it. Like, if I can just get 10 minutes just rolling around, that'll be a task done, because I can't even get to that stage at the moment. I know the past few years I've gone out with huge expectations of like, I want to get clips, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to make this edit, this solo edit, it's going to be really cool, I'm going to be like really like there on my own blading, doing some tricks, maybe put like some ambient track over it. It's going to be this great edit, and it never happens. It's just putting these, it's alright to plan things, but yeah, sometimes you just have to go and do it, which is what I want to try and do. I think expectations are such a killer. Like, you think there's just so much thinking time, like beforehand. I had countless sessions of just thinking it's going to be this way or that way, and then it's not, when it doesn't happen, it's just so like crushing, and you just think, oh, I'm done then, I'm done. But I remember, like, I can't believe I used to do this, but I must have been so, like, emotionally dedicated to blading. But, like, not too long ago, maybe like 5 years, there's this skate park in London called Bay 66. There's Bay. There used to be like a blading night on a Thursday, and I used to work till, I don't know, I can't remember, like, was it 6 or something? And so I'd do like a day at work, and then I'd say to myself, like, oh, there's this blading night, I should be going to that. And I would, like, force myself to go to it, and I would go there, like, on my own, like 2-hour journey maybe, to the skate park that I really, like, dislike. And, like, I would just go there and, like, skate for 10 minutes and not speak to anyone and just go home and just want to, like, die. Just, like, I'd just be sat, like, on the way there, I would have my headphones on, be, like, listening to Blade tunes. I'd be like, yeah, this is going to be great. I'm going to suddenly, like, be this guy. And then you just get on the tube on the way home and just, like, what am I doing in my life? You're, like, looking at what you're wearing and you're, like, just thinking, what the hell? Like, but then you just repeat it, like, maybe the next week, and you'd expect it to be different. But I suppose you need to get to, like, a level of sort of knowing yourself and just saying, like, I don't like that park. I don't necessarily like the people there. I feel uncomfortable there. Just don't do it. And you've taken out a whole massive, like, factor that makes you hate blading. Just don't do it. Like, you know yourself. It's about knowing yourself. But for a while, yeah, I did that. That was really crazy to think back. Like, but I kind of thought, oh, well, it's such a wasted opportunity if I don't do it, and I should do it. I should force myself to do it. But, like, nah, that was bad. But, like, I know I don't like that situation, so why put yourself in it? Anyway, that's like a veering off into different territory. What I'm really saying is, like, don't have any expectations. I would like to not have any expectations. It's difficult. I'd just like to go out and blade. Okay. I think that's enough for now. Maybe I'll do another one at some point. If anyone's, like, can relate to this or anything to say, just leave some comments, bro, if you want. Okay, bye.